Hey guys, welcome back to my channel today. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my thoughts on a new Charlotte Tilbury release. Charlotte just came out with a whole new collection. It's called Lightgasm. There are two different palettes, one for lighter skin tones, one I believe for deeper skin tones. I actually picked up the Lightgasm one, which is for lighter skin tones. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my thoughts on this palette. I'm going to compare it actually to the Becca, Khloe, and Malika palette because I'm getting a lot of questions on that as to how they compare. Of course, I'm going to show you guys swatches, how it applied to the skin, and if I think it is worth your money. First of all, let's take a look at this packaging, you guys. It's super gorgeous. I love the fact that it's kind of like a pastel gradient rainbow type idea. It does have Charlotte's logo in the center, which is consistent with her brand. Then when you open it up, you do see that there's a gorgeous rose gold reflective packaging. That's the base of this product. And then you have the four shades themselves. We do have one highlight in the top left corner, two blushes on the right side, and then a bronzer as well on the bottom left corner. As you can see, there's something embossed in each powder as well. We do have Glow in the highlight, Gasm, Love, and then like the Charlotte Tilbury symbol in that one. It is actually fairly deep set, so just keep that in mind as well. So this little palette here actually has a little bit of a hefty price tag. It does retail for 75 American dollars or 95 Canadian dollars. It is available right now at Charlotte Tilbury's website as of today, April 18th, and it is also going to be available at Sephora on April 25th, which is right before the VIB sale. It's also supposed to hit all other retailers on May 2nd. Another FYI about this product is that it is a limited edition palette. So I'm just going to read off on her website the details of how she wants us to apply it. It says that you light up the face with the soft champagne highlight. Then you glow it by adding your level of illuminating glow. This is from probably the first blush looking color. Then you pop it with a pinky blush to illuminate the cheeks. Then you bronze it, and this is a neutral cocoa color that is supposed to tone, sculpt, and define your contours. As you can see with how I'm applying the bronzer, I typically apply bronzer first, so I kind of ignored how she was supposed to tell us what to do, so I just went off the grid entirely, but the bronzer is really beautiful, very subtle, and actually, I'm a light neutral skin tone, and this palette is actually supposed to be meant for light to medium, and I do think that for the color payoff of the bronzer, you do have to build up a number of layers. Next, I applied the highlight. It was gorgeous, pigmented. It illuminates the skin really quickly, and this one actually goes onto the brush a lot faster than the bronzer. I felt like the pigment was just getting picked up really easily, and it just illuminated my cheekbones really, really quickly. Lastly, I did the blush today, and I didn't use both blushes, so maybe I should. I think I'm just gonna pop a little bit of that pink blush over top, but as you can see, I did do the kind of peachy copper one first, and it does illuminate really beautifully on the skin. I don't think that it has that heavy blush look whatsoever. It's just very illuminating, very glowy. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of what she tells us to do, kind of in the center there. And it does add a little bit more dimension. She does that with all her blushes where she has like a deeper color on the outer ring and then a pop color in the center. So I'm just gonna add it to the center of my cheeks right here as well, just so we have it all together. Now let's talk about the comparison to the very coveted Becca, Khloe, and Malika palette. This has been out for a while, and I did want to compare the two because a lot of people are asking questions, especially because the Charlotte one is a lot more expensive. The Becca one is about 44 American dollars, whereas this one is 75. So we're almost at double the price with the Charlotte Tilbury. So let's see how different they really are. So taking a look at the swatches here, we do have the Becca one first and then the Charlotte Tilbury one second. So the Becca one, when it comes to bronzers, the Becca one is slightly cooler, a little bit lighter than the Charlotte one, but they're pretty similar. Then we have the Charlotte highlight and the Becca highlight. I think they're almost identical, you guys. I do think that they would translate onto the skin very, very similarly. Then we have the first blush from each of them. So Becca being on the left, Charlotte on the right. As you can see, the Charlotte one is a little bit more of a rose gold versus the Becca one being a little bit more peachy. Then we have the last blush between them, and you guys, this is definitely the difference between the palettes. We do have the Becca one being a lot more of like a rose versus the Charlotte one is a lot more pink with a golden undertone. So in my personal opinion, you guys are going to be very surprised. I love Charlotte, you guys know I do, but I do think that if you have the Becca one and you are happy with it, I don't necessarily think that you need the Lightgasm palette as well, especially because the price tag is a lot more, and the difference between them, in my opinion, very, very subtle differences, but the biggest difference being just one of the blushes. I personally justify both palettes because I love the glow, I know I'll use them both, and I'm a fan of Charlotte Tilbury. If you are not like me, you want just one, I would suggest the Becca one. Both apply perfectly on the skin. They both blend, they're both buildable. Nothing to do with the quality between the two. I think they're both like spot on, amazing quality. The Charlotte one has a little bit more product, being it is 15 grams total, whereas the Becca one is 12, but I don't think that that also justifies the huge price difference either. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video today. Let me know down below, what are your thoughts on this new Lightgasm palette? Are you interested in it? Are you going to be purchasing it yourself? Thank you so much for watching. I really hope all of the information was useful for you. And until my next one, guys, take care. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.